All right, we're at part 6. It has now been a couple months since the last video, but like you can obviously do this in a daily sequence. We gotta resurrect Elijah or Osiris from like the depths of hell. You can see I like look a lot better now. We went down to Clippeth Id. I don't know if you know, like, so we have the bottom of the Clippeth, and then we have Clippeth Id, which is like take the bottom of the Clippeth and then add another 50% of those layers, and then go that far, like these. Then there's these like tertiary layers underneath that, and that's Clippeth Id. So what we were doing was we were like retrieving a mole demon, which is like, it's something that, so you know how like an angel might go, I'm gonna ascend higher and higher and higher into the heights of God. So like a mole demon is like, so like a mole demon is like, I'm gonna bury into more evil. And like how like dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into hell. Like so his mole demon, like when we were in Clippeth Id, like actually thought it was Satan or the devil. Like it thinks it is. Like it's not Lucifer. Like it doesn't have like actual intelligence. So that there's a difference between like Satan and like Lucifer, right? So like that's the guardian to the gate of hell versus a mole demon, which thinks it's Satan. Because it's like evil. And so the mole demon, like I've never, like, in between that and like some of the stuff that's come through from Star, like they're like people are not like light on the planet until we're marked. And that's something I'm going to continue to reiterate every single day for the rest of my life, is like we're in a demon in hell 3 planet. So like you have to understand when you're operating out of stuff, like you're operating at a level of like 3 demons. Boom, boom, boom. So you might even think like you're operating in the light. You're like operating 3 demons out. 3 angles. Unless you're like, I'm marked and I've done my proper clearing work. And then you're like, okay, I'm okay. So that's why we have to get marked. We start marks at knife rape planets instead of pedophilia, because like pedophilia, like you can see where it's gonna go, where knife rape can just happen like instantly with a Slytherin or like somebody. So with knife rape, and then it's like if you're teleporting, like you're not teleporting pedophilia most of the time, but you can teleport knife rape, and so you have to be marked. And so it's just like knife rape is triggered. It's like it's a sexual mutilation violence, but it happens like instantly. And that, okay, so like, and where pedophilia is like not the same, so you don't usually need to be marked on those kind of planets. Demon in hell. So we're at a demon in hell 3, so that includes the knife rape. So then like at a demon in hell 3, like you don't ever trust anyone until they're marked, because you just don't know who they are on the inside, and you think that people might be like a guru or like a spiritual master, and then they're like a demon. And so like I'm uncovering that more and more as I progress, is like what they show on the outside is not who they are on the inside. And it's really hard to discern or verify it until people are like I'm gonna dedicate 500 hours plus to make sure that I'm marked with all the proper cobra acid and all the proper meditation work and all the compliance. So even then, we're gonna still have to have lie detector tests of intent and other things, and then even then you're it's still not trustworthy, but it's a good baseline of trustworthy, and that's why. So then the dragons are also sponsoring people, but dragon people are usually old souls and care, so it works. So we have months of intelligence to now bring into our egg, and we're going to get our yolks, our shells done, again 2 more layers, and then we have 2 layers of the master, and then we're gonna fill it with the elements. So that's this video. The next video, I believe, will be the 0 out dimensions. The next video after that will be the half of the dimensions. The next video after that will be half of the dimensions. And then the final video will be the shell, the outer shell, and the lotus, the Gryffindor seraphim. And then we'll have the temple egg set up in a whole other section. So that one will be different. So that's it. Let's get started. So we have our yolk. We're set up in a soul star. Most of you guys are seeing this consecutively instead of after months, but if you have been watching this as they show up onto YouTube progression, then yay. So we're at the soul star, so we have our central column, then we have our double central column at our yolk, and then we have the pillar up to the front, pillar to the back, pillar to the right, pillar to the left, but also the northeast, southeast, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest corners, because we have that double octahedron. Okay, so we have the octahedron, and then we have the angled octahedron. Boom, 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 boom. And then remember the yolk, at least my yolk was an octahedron, but also a double octahedron, and it would variant between the double and the single. Okay. So let's start with our yolk. So we're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna collect ourself into our yolk. Now my yolk was set up with the world of Asaya, the world of Yetzirah, and with the world of Aya. So the one below. And now I'm gonna put an octahedron around my yolk with the metal braids. And I make sure that the bottom of the octahedron is at the bottom of my Aya world. And then we're going to cover that octahedron in Christmas lights, like Christmas light net. It's like our Protego Totalum Christmas lights. And then, so I like to do it in the Gryffindor colors, so like the deeper carmine red and the golden rod Tiferet. And it's like, yeah, this is Gryffindor. So like cuts out all the junk. And then I'm gonna put the Salvia Hexia honeycomb, the Gryffindor honeycomb, around my octahedron. And this is like it looks like honeycomb, but it looks like that it's sprinkled with cayenne pepper, so it's like red and orangey. It looks like Gryffindor, but honeycomb. And then it's lava. So it burns out all the cords. That's gross. And like other people and like Slytherins that like want to attack you and it's like weird stuff. I know Netsuck is closed, but we still have to close it all the way. So we put that around our octahedron. And then we do that's our like Protego Totalum and our like Salvia Hexia. And then we put our Fianto Duri on the octahedron. So that grape jelly around. So the one thing about GEBURAH that really popped up, I did not know how many people had so much violence against me. It's in their underbelly, it's in their feet, it's in their soul. And like what happened with GEBURAH is like it was all very clearly revealed in their rhetoric. And like I really like all those demon voices you hear every day. Those gremlins are like actually people and like their thoughts and their energy against you through the astral planes. You become very reticent around a bunch of people when you can hear how awful their thoughts are towards you. And so, and how they're like treating you. So like, if you're like subconsciously like, or if you're caring about my judgments against you, like most of them are like leave me alone. I want my clearing to get done because I'm like getting stabbed every day. And Kelly's kind of like that too. So like we're like leave us alone, like go do your A&R marks. But like that's it. Like get the work done to actually get the more healthy, more clear energy bodies. Instead of I'm gonna demand money off of you because like I think you have there are so many crazy things that people have been sending me. That's insane. Much less be stabbing me, shooting me, attacking me. And like people have like issues. So you need to understand that. And then they want to pretend like they're not sending you that energy. And then there's like severe demon denial energy around that. So then you'll confront them about all of it, and then they'll pretend like it's not actually a thing. And then they'll never do their work to get their marks. So Gryffindors don't actually act or behave like that. which is why like you don't actually get above the wheel of karma until you're like a clean person and that like you're trusted by the dragons at like a dragon level. So, all right, so our Fianto Duri grape jelly is painted around our yolk. And then we have the Collie Pink, and then we're gonna do a swirl around that. All right, so we're gonna do one more. So we're gonna do another octahedron around that, and we're gonna put the so like let's build the octahedron. Boom, 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 going clockwise. Boom. And let's build the Christmas lights, the Protego Totalum Christmas lights. And then we're gonna coat it with the Griffin blue. Some people like to say the Patronus Charm blue. Yay. I'm hearing, can we get our moonbeam in this egg? And I go, yes. So we'll do the structure. That will be at the end when we do the shell. So we'll get our moonbeam Patronus Charm animal, and we'll put it and layer it in with our magic. But this is like our special code on how to like start integrating that into our field. I'm being told I should definitely do the dragon instead of the orca because I don't really vibe like an orca. So I have like a couple to choose from. So you need to be like, you should take this time over the course of the next few videos to really download like who you're actually being approved by, like who you're actually a patron of. It has to be in your soul. It can't just be like some whim. If you like choose a dragon, like you're a patron of the dragons, like man, if you're a patron of the dragons and you like won't die for them, like you need to like really reconsider where you're at in life. It's like Elaine is like patron of horses, so she might choose a horse. So there are things in life, but she's also like she could choose another one too, you know. All right. You only get one. If I have more than one, it's like a ceremonial thing. That's it. That's the only reason. All right, so we're getting the Protego Totalum, and then it's getting coated in the Griffin blue paint. And then we get so then our psychic attack starts getting caught. Like if we are triggered by accident from the bottom of the clipeth, to be sending something that is just very unsavory. Is this like a body self-defense mechanism? Okay, so we have those things in us. That Griffin blue paint helps catch it. So we look classy in our lives and like more sophisticated than everybody else. Absolutely. Our main goal is to like look like Arwen or Galadriel in life, or like Irene Adler. So self-manicured and with a sense of dignified intelligence instead of useless rhetoric and like clown. We want the ability to be look like a clown, like when we put on a comedy show, but we want to actually have like a level of elegance and sophistication as we progress and age and mature in this development. And we definitely want to be classy enough to have like self-control over like our astral imprints in life. We don't want like no astral selves doing weird stuff, even if it's triggered by accident. Like that's not an accident, it's because you didn't do the work to like clean it out. So it's like narcissism. Like we don't want that in life. So take a deep breath in. All right, and then exhale out. So our Griffin blue is around our yolk. And then we have our Salviohexia Gryffindor lava honeycomb around our yolk. One more shell. Yay! Somebody's asking if we can pour the cobra acid over that. Yep. So we can do the honeycomb cobra acid. Oh, cobra acid honeycomb. And it like sticks in. It might like fizzle and like you'll see stuff gross stuff go away. Cutting all the cords to you and your achy stuff. So I'm spending I'm at about 5 hours ish on books to like clean out everything. So that's like, I don't want to say that's my level of expectation. If you're gonna pretend you're a Gryffindor or a Seraphim on the planet, like you should be at a healthy 3 hours a day of cleaning. That doesn't necessarily mean book work, but it does mean like self-development cleaning and clearing. So that's like the standard of operation. That could be like 2 hours of yoga and then an hour of meditation, like self-cleaning meditation. That's fine. You should do like an hour of book work on top of that. Get your pages done so you can get your marks. Because the pages are like the meditation. We don't care about the meditation for marks. You need the evidence of all of it. It needs to be written down. And it lasts forever. Just like your marks. Okay. So we'll talk more about the actual marks when we get we're either going to get them cuts or tattoos, but we'll have like neon ink that glows certain colors. For like the Griffin blue for the Griffins, or the Ravenclaw hot pinks for the Ravens. Like under a UV light, it will show up those colors, so it will be subscribed to the tribe. And like the Hufflepuffs will be white. The prefect Hufflepuffs will be white. So like we already have it sanctioned. Somebody's saying that they want the Hufflepuffs to be neon orange. That could be a possibility. We'll see. needs to subscribe to an intergalactic standard. So definitely international standard. So we have to like approve it. Night school, it's like we've definitely cleared with the neon pink and the Griffin neon blue, because it's the color of the Patronus charm, and then the neon pink version of it. We don't have like a standard idea of the Hufflepuff version. Okay, so then we have the Fianto Duri gel, the grape jelly. And I'm getting like the collie pink, like checkerboard grid on top of the jelly. See, like pink and purple, pink and purple. Kind of look like a Cheshire cat. All right. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, so then we go. So let's put one more coat of like a pearlescent honeycomb over the Cheshire cat, the yolk, and then we're gonna pour on a dragon yolk into our egg. So I'm hearing the question: how much better is all this stuff with Alasia after you pulled out the mold demon? It's gonna take about 3 months for us to see. It's off and on in the astral planes, because he's like broken. He's like shattered. So it's just like thought there, thought there, thought there, thought there. Because like he's not. He's in a Hufflepuff egg grid in Malkuth, so he's like just getting his first like healing consolidate. Like the whole thing's like a like a giant shit show, and we're just like, let's figure out how we're gonna do this and keep our heads straight. Some people are like sending him like eggs. Like, I'm gonna put Humpty Dumpty back together. Okay. So now we're gonna go. Take a deep breath in, and then let that egg yolk come all the way through your genitals, through your legs, through the bottom of your feet, into the lower part of your egg or your yolk. So that egg yolk should go all the way through. So if you look at my third eye right now, it goes, I will never look within. I'm only going to look at the bottom of the clippeth. Because that's my job. I don't care about like who I am. All right. So like that's, I've like transcended my own sense of self, just so you understand where. So like my job is to clean out the bottom of the clippeth, and that's my life. So like so everybody understands. So most people are like inwardly reflective. So when I'm like doing the yolk, it's like let's yolk the egg. If you're gonna be at an archangel level, like your third eye is like focused on your job instead of like because you've done like your own inner work. So like why are you gonna keep looking at yourself instead of like what needs to get like clean? So that so like this is how you know the difference between Netzach and Slytherin versus like GEBURAH. GEBURAH's like narcissism. Like we don't even think that we have a self other than a job. That so that like that that should be the baseline for angel, but that's like the baseline for that's definitely the baseline for archangel. So now we've got the yolk, good, solid. Like let's get an oak honeycomb, like an egg yolk honeycomb, a dragon yolk honeycomb around us now. One more time. Okay. So when you're at the bottom of the clippeth, you're having to understand like people have like really deep inner evil repressed like anger or like demonic energy, and they'll like put implants in you or stab you, and it's like it's people that you love, and you have to find a way. You have to like find a way to I don't want to say rationalize it, but like deal with it. Because you're like, I know that person just did that. It's totally inappropriate. And they have extreme issues. And I have like nothing but awareness about all of it. So if I'm like not happy with the people, or I can't talk to them in the real world because they shut all the doors on me all day long for infinity, like then it's going online. And I have no problem throwing them under the bus. If so, you have to like you have to like deal with the why that repressed anger happened to begin with, because it's like a child. It's like a child demon thing. They're like totally lacking any like maturity around it. Stab somebody in the vagina, like, because they don't do what you say. That so somebody just tried to put a bomb at my vagina. Like, the Malkuth word is like grace, and for Kabbalah 99, it's like protection. And like, these are the keys for Malkuth. And like, if they wanted to ascend this tree at all, like those keys, like the Kabbalah 99 key, like grace, like that's not grace. Put a bomb at my vagina. God, and it's definitely not Kabbalah 100, which is like protection. God. So like that needs to be cleaned out. So that's not. So grace is like forgiveness. Like you're of service, you're forgiven. Like, so putting a bomb at somebody's vagina, that is not grace at all. Like, so like you're not allowed to do that. Even in the bottom of the clipeth. Okay. Grace. You're of service, forgiven. All right. So then we have like so many like issues on the planet, and this is why. So if you can be like that at the bottom of the clipeth, it's because you're like a Jesus-y person that did their work. All right. So now we have the soul star of the master, and we have the double octahedron. So get that going. Up, 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 and down, down, down. If you need to do one at a time, do one at a time. So we'll do like the north, like northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast corners first. And then go clockwise. I'm hearing, what's the wand's name? This one's like baby reverence or reverence number 2. And so this one's like one for Isla. Like, it's like a matching wand to my first wand. And I forget, I don't know what it's made out of. Probably oak. I'll remember later. Is Isla my best friend in the astral? No, she's a little girl. She's not my best friend in the astral. She's like a little girl. So watching Isla in the astral planes is like watching the little girl in Batman Begins climbing out of the demon prison. And that's why she's Archangel Faniel. And she looks back and gets her sister. what she's done on this planet. Saved everyone. So they all owe her like everything. We kind of felt that way about her when she was in the belly of my sister. This thing is like an alien troll. Because she is. She's a monkey. Okay. We got that. And then we put the Protego. We're gonna do the Protego Totalum Christmas lights on. Oh no, we wanted to do the other one. Let's just get the Protego Totalum Christmas light mesh. That feels really nice, actually. I'm hearing, was anybody better than Isla in the astral planes? Like Kelly, but Kelly was different. Kelly was different completely. Because Isla's like a ninja little kid. So it's like watching a little girl like climb through cracks and crevices, like struggling for her life, versus Kelly, who will like do other things. It will be fun to watch all the little girls get very powerful or excited. When we do like one page of genomes on them, like the whole world changes. It's priceless. Okay, so we got the Christmas lights, Protego Totalum on that octahedron. Now we're gonna do the other octahedron. The front, back, the corners, like that. We're just gonna layer it on top. And then we're gonna like do the seams, braid the seams. now we're gonna like put the Protego Totalum Christmas lights on it. So how many worlds down do these go? So we're in Messiah, O, Oko, Pedal, and then we did another triangle underneath Pedal. So Oko, Oko, Pedal, and then another triangle. Because remember, it's like 11, but with the triangles. So this is the like the dragon paper level. It's like NFS and NFT. So the one underneath Pedal is NFS. No room for sorry. I think the one after that is P Christ, which is punished times like Christ. like if you're getting punished at that level, like Christ. So there are reasons why they have certain names. Mostly it's like the code for what it actually means. So no room for sorry means is like I'm 100% accountable for all my energy. I'm like at a Gryffindor level. Like I don't do something by accident and then say I'm sorry. Like there's no room for that. So it's like I'm accountable and I'm in my form at that place in that level of hell. That's how grounded I am. I don't have to say I'm sorry because I decided to become a demon. Okay, so then we go honeycomb, salvio, hexia. I'm like still feeling like all the pricks. Every day it changes on the planet. So it's gonna be really like 100-year cleanup. So we're just gonna be doing the best we can. But like we did so much in the last 9 months. We did an unbelievable job. Like the fact that I can sit at the bottom of the clipit and feel like a goddess instead of an attacked person is pretty indicative of the job we did. Now I'm talking to people in the bottom of the clipit like they're an actual human instead of a demon attacking me, and that is just love. So if I can channel Chelsea Handler at the bottom of the clipit, then she is as intelligent or better than she would be in the real world. That's a good sign. When I say real world, I just mean like Earth star through the air element. I can barely speak sometimes. All right. And then we put the Fiento Jury Gel for that honeycomb salve. And then we put the Collie Pink. We didn't really do the placenta, did we? Okay. On the yolk, where we should, on the final Fiento Jury, at the Cheshire Cat level, we should have put the Collie Pink Lotus, like let it fall over and create the placenta inside the egg. You can think about that right now. That's where we're gonna store like $1 million of magic. That's our intention. And then we go. And then we go, so the Collie Pink spirals go around the first, and then we do another double octahedron. Let's start with the first one again. And you can feel like this is going to go much faster because we brought like intelligence down to the bottom of the Clipith around like lower worlds. Braid the seams. All right, then the Protego Totalum, ice cream cone lights, Christmas lights. To me, it looks like a net. There we go. Oh, I got one more octahedron to add in. You're gonna find that like your posts will start braiding deeper levels of DNA, creating more like the egg format. I'm hearing the question, did Elijah actually force channel on me for 13 years in the astral planes? Or was it a love affair? And the answer is like both. Like, both. It got to the point where the dragons had to intervene in the astral planes in like 2016 because how corrupt it was. So at that point, it's like seen as an act of terrorism. So we had to do a lot of work. A lot of work in the Clippeth to like clean out all the demonic energy around everything. And we're still doing it. So it gives hope to people that may be in like really awful psychic attack positions to know like I know how to handle those things. Though those things don't scare me. That the dragons will actually help, and like Gryffindor will help. It's like the seraphim. So somebody asked me where I'm gonna make my money in life is not demon hunting, it's like demon slaughtering. So that's what I will be doing for like a hired gun, because that's my specialty. Okay, so that second octahedron has the Christmas lights. And then we have the honeycomb around that and the salviohexia. Then we have the Fianto Duri grape jelly. Around that. And then we have the Kali Pink Lotus at the top of that falls over and just coats the grape jelly in the Kali Pink. And no placenta is built on the outside of the egg. And then we're gonna spray it. We're gonna spray it in Griffin Blue. This is like us passing our A&R bubbles. Okay. Somebody asked if we could do the moonbeam right now. I want to, but I don't. So I want to get the elements filled in the next video. We're going to do the moonbeam at the end with all of you guys having your choices made. Now, if you do this like every few days, what you need to do is you need to collect like 500 images online of the animal you want to choose for your moonbeam. So what you're going to do, so I'm going to explain the moonbeam program. You're going to get at least 500 images online, and you're going to put it in a folder or you're going to save it to like a Pinterest file. And the archetype around the moonbeam, what we're going to be doing is like those images will be painted. So if you pick like a worm, you get 500 different images of different worms. They do not need to be the same worm. You might want them to be the same type of worm, but they just need to be a worm. Okay, so we're not gonna go like super high generic. Like, so if I have a dragon, I can choose like maybe a fury and then like a giant dragon and then like a half like a kid dragon. Okay, so like my moon, different images of dragon. If I really wanted to get specific, I would get 500 images of a fury dragon if that was what my Patronus was. If I wanted to get specific, but like the generic moonbeam is fine. It's not a bad idea to do the very specific ones if you want to. So if you have a mallard duck, you should have a mallard duck images, 500 of them, if the mallard duck is your Patronus charm. So you need 500 images of them, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be like painting them in our brain on slates, like slate rock. And those slate rocks are going to be embedded as the dragon egg shells, and we're going to do like a special magic to encode ourselves with our moonbeam. And so we're like cleaning the slate of everything else except for our Patronus charm. So like that doesn't, it's not your medicine wheel. It's it's not like your animal totems. It's your like, I am the patron. This is the one. So Kelly has something special and I have something special. And there's a reason. Most of you guys don't have something special. You just need the simple. But because Kelly's the head of Ravenclaw, she has to do something weird with hers. And then that's it. Because that's her job. What else? So it doesn't matter if it's not manifesting yet. In the real world, like the work we're doing right now is the brick building to manifest it, if not even this lifetime, the next lifetime. So that we're setting the stage for like our ascendio. This is like building a vision board again. I should not be explaining Magic 101 to any of you. All right. What we can do is coat our egg in the slates on the outside, like the dragon shell around the master. Now, if you really were good, this is the Hermione level. You do 500 of the specific, and that would go in the yolk. And then you would do 500 of the generic, and that would be at the master. Okay. All right. So we kind of did our moonbeam, but like the template of it. Now go do your work. The next video will be the elements.